Good morning. I'm packed up here and leaving the camp now. I'm actually a bit confused. I'm not sure how much I slept because I set my alarm for 3 hours, but I seem to remember that that meant that the time was 2 o'clock and the alarm would be at 5. Oh, this isn't the right way. Of course, it takes more time than just the sleeping, but I then expected the time then should be something above 5 o'clock. But the thing is that the time now is 6:51. It's almost 7. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Maybe I slept 3 hours, maybe I slept 4. But what matters is that I am now rested. The push for today, well, it's basically a push for the finish. Now I need to get through this very long, quite brutal stage to Imsuan. So that's going to be my plan. And maybe I'll need some power naps along the way. And maybe I'll need some caffeine boosts. Remember yesterday I said there was moist in the air and moist on my bags and stuff like that. Yeah, it was quite moist, So when I woke up, my bivy was wet both on the outside and on the inside. And it's a good thing this was the last bivy of the ride. If this had happened on the first night, then that would be a bit of an issue to manage a slightly wet sleeping bag for the rest of the ride. I checked the tracker and it does look like things haven't changed during the night. 102nd place, and I have 20-30 kilometers to catch if I want to get into a top 100. If I have a successful push to the finish, it should work. The biggest concern I have is my saddle sores. They're hurting quite bad. I'm so glad I got that food. Now I have all my cookies and cakes and stuff that I can eat here rather than having to eat them before sleeping yesterday. And there's going to be more resupply after we cross this desert thing. After that, it's supposedly little opportunities, so I need to stock up on when I get there. It was tough getting out of the bivvy this morning, and it was yesterday as well. But once you're going again on the bike, I feel quite awake now, and I feel fine. I feel rested and everything. Also, finally, it seems my painkillers are starting to kick in. My socks and shoes were all wet from yesterday. It's 11 degrees here now, and I don't feel cold. We're actually at 400 meters of elevation. That's higher than I thought. My derailleur suddenly started not shifting accurately, so I tried adjusting the cable, but that didn't help. So I think it's probably the chain that needed lubrication. It was quite dry now, so can't remember how many times I've done that now. Is this the 4th time, I think? Okay, so what's actually happened here is that my front pack with my sleeping bag has been constantly pushing on my gear cable, and so the end with the adjustment bolt that goes into the shifter has collapsed somehow. I can't get it to screw in properly. The shifting isn't 100% precisely adjusted now. I guess I'll just leave that. It's got to be good enough. I seem to have come into some kind of downhill hiker bike or something. Very strange. Oh, now I see it. It's up there. Oh. Some nice tarmac. It's getting really foggy here. I can hardly see 10 meters in front of me. No, that's not right. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is sandy. Yeah, I'm gonna turn my bike into a fat bike. It's quite hard pedaling here. It's mostly okay, and then it's a bit challenging in places like here. But it's nice to have other tracks to follow, because that makes it easier to see what looks the firmest. Surprising there aren't more visible wheel tracks here, because there's been 100 cyclists coming through here. Oh, this looks challenging, but it's actually fine. I mean, this is similar to the snow fat biking I do at home. I'm sure my fat biking practice comes in handy here. It's nice here. The fog is maybe a little lighter here. Here it got even easier, almost like a gravel road. Too bad I just lubed the chain. Sometimes it's easier to go outside of that road. I really couldn't have been here at a better time. So basically just after daylight came, and before the sun is up and blazing us. This is perfect. And the riding was not something to worry about. Nelson said that some riders ride through here in 40 minutes. Now I've been here for 55 minutes now, which should mean that I should be getting close to the end. Bonjour! Bonjour! Bonjour, ça va? The road is getting firmer and faster. So this sand section was part of a 22-kilometer long straight section where we are crossing the plains between the High Atlas and the Anti-Atlas. So we're back to the High Atlas. These climbs that I have coming up are crossing us over the High Atlas. Look at these goats. Contemplating whether I should pump up my tires. I think I will. We're approaching the place that has a little shop. There's a shop. Okay, see you later. I can feel now that only sleeping for 3 hours maybe it doesn't work so well as 5 hours did, because yesterday I was feeling pretty awake pretty much all day, feeling very good. Now I'm starting to feel drowsy. Somebody was saying yesterday that there's a resupply later in this stage that may be missing, and it makes this petrol station that we're coming to extra important. I just have to assume that I need a full restock from here on, so I'll fill up my bags with food, and since I now only have 3 bottles, I need some extra water in my tailfin bag. And I really hope they have coffee here, because now I need a coffee. And I also hope they have some hot food. I can see the hiker bike, it's the road up there. So we're going up 800 meters. At least here's a couple of petrol stations and what looks like a cafe. Maybe this one. Oh, grill. Look at that. I like this. Bonjour. That was a lovely tagine. Now I am completely full, and I also have stocked up on water, so I'm as ready as I can be for this 800 meter climb. It's not hiker bike yet, but it will get steeper soon. You can see the climb going up there and then up, a long way up behind there. The more of the climb is a road and the less is hiker bike, the better. I have the sun in my back and it's really baking me. It says we have 31 degrees right now. It certainly feels like it. That was the top of the initial part. And looks like it continues over there. Well, technically I don't think we've come to the hiker bike yet, but I'm still hiking here now because it's so steep. So we are almost on top of the steep bit, which is just up there. Is this what's supposed to be the hiker bike then? Going up there? I don't know, but it's the only way, isn't it? We're gonna be doing 4,000 meters of elevation on this stage anyway, so we may as well do them there. When I spent all winter studying the route and stuff, I did focus mostly on the earlier stages, while these final 3 ones I don't know as much about them. You know, I've been getting more and more impressed by now. Oh, look. Hello. What's that? I've become more and more impressed by Nelson as a pathfinder and course planner. All the time there are these gems, and not only has he found all of that, but he's also found a pretty good way to connect them all together. I was expecting more of the route to be not as exciting. You know, it's been magnificent almost all the way through. I can't see where the route goes. I took a wrong turn here. And the Garmin already said off course, but it's often doing that because the track isn't very accurate. And then it was very hard to see the screen because of the sunshine, and we are actually supposed to go down this descent here. Oh my god. This is still wrong. Oh, I need to go up. Okay. So I was supposed to take here instead. I somehow missed that. I'm just realizing I won't even make it to the Moroccan Stelvio on this stage until it gets dark. It's just such a monster stage. Climbs are up and down and so steep. It's so hot, but look at that. The sun is on its way down. If I can get over the Moroccan Stelvio, then the rest of the stage is easy enough, and the next stage is easy. Well, I should push through the night and finish before the sun gets hot again, but it's still a long way. I mean, it's only 200 kilometers to the finish. That doesn't sound like a lot. Also, I don't know about Resupply. The only thing I know for sure is the Resupply at Imsuan at the end of the stage. I really hope I find something before that, because I'm running low on food now. I still have a bottle of water. See that road down there? We climbed up there, and it's all just a blur. Finally, I get to do a steep climb in the shade. Yes, this is the last climb before the really big one, and we have 180 meters to go to the top here. As we descend on the other side, we get down to a road cafe. We're supposed to get down to some resupply point and get ready for the final big challenge of the Atlas mountain race. It just gets steeper and steeper. Yesterday on that stage from CP3 to Ait Baha, things were going well. I felt that the painkillers were doing a good job, so it wasn't a big problem. Today things have been different, and I don't think the painkillers have really been working properly. It's really uncomfortable sitting. So it does look like we're going down to a more populated area. This place here is closed. Yeah. Here is something. Hello. Omelette?
Yes.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
Oh. Do you have anything else?
Honey, you want some? Oh, I give you all if you want.
So 2 omelettes. Okay, so that was a very important stop because I was able to stock up on everything I needed. There were a couple of other riders coming in there as I ate. Yeah, there's this other one coming in. He's still behind me there now. But then there was this other guy. Yeah, the one that I crossed this muddy river with. He just came in and bought some water and then he set off again. The guy with the omelettes said that there had been 10, 15 cyclists there earlier in the day. And also there had been somebody shortly before me. Yeah, so the plan now is to climb this final big climb and then go down on the other side. And then there's a number of smaller, I mean it's a bit bumpy on the other side. So we'll see how much I can take for today. At some point I'll sleep a little bit. I could just sleep like an hour or maybe 2. This is the start of the Moroccan Stelvio. 878 meters in 11 kilometers. Average gradient is 7%. It's not too bad. But what's too bad is that I can't see any of the views. But that's just how it is.
To see how it all played out.
Just grinding my way up here, and it seems to be going fine. It's a nice evening. And I put the Atlas Mountain Race podcast on to listen to.
This year, and how your expectations line up.
Yeah, it's very early in the season, so I hope I'm ready, but
I'm very close to the summit of the big climb, and I'm feeling very tired. So the plan is to go ahead just a little bit, get out of the wind because it was blowing a little bit up here, just find a quieter place and lie in my sleeping bag for maybe 90 minutes and then push for the finish. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't go so well, I can always lie down for another power nap or something. Just got a notification that I was off course because instead of following that road there, we're supposed to be following some rocky path that apparently starts here. Oh my god. supposed to be a trail here, but where? Oh, this would have been easier in daylight. This is crazy. So it's supposed to be right here. Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna take a quick bivvy here. Very quick.